Intelligent minds don't hate socializing, but they often sidestep it with purpose, choosing solitude over shallow connections. There's a quiet they carry, not as a burden, but as a shield, a deliberate choice that sets them apart. It's not about disdain for others, it's about understanding what most overlook, that not every gathering fuels the soul, and not every conversation is worth the energy it demands. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we explore the deeper truths behind these choices, diving into the wisdom that shapes a life of clarity and purpose. Let's uncover the 3 reasons why brilliant minds often retreat from the social whirlwind, guarding their peace, valuing words, and refusing to wear masks. The first reason lies in their fierce protection of inner peace. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once wrote, "He who lives for others has lost himself." This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a truth carved from experience. Brilliant minds know that peace isn't something the world hands out freely, it's a fortress built through discipline, through saying no when others expect a yes, through walking away when their intuition whispers to leave. Socializing, for them, isn't a light-hearted pastime. It's a potential invasion. Every interaction demands attention, pulling at their focus like a tide tugging at the shore. A casual chat might seem harmless to most, but to the wise, it's a transaction of energy, a moment where their carefully cultivated calm could be disrupted by uninvited chaos. They've learned, often through trial and error, that the more they open their gates to others, the easier it is for their peace to slip away. So, they choose selectivity, not out of arrogance, but out of necessity. They're not isolating themselves, they're curating their world, deciding who gets to enter and on what terms. This is mastery, not misanthropy. It's the art of staying unshaken, like a lighthouse standing firm against crashing waves. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we dive deeper into this Stoic wisdom, exploring how to build your own fortress of peace in a world that never stops demanding your attention. This choice to guard their peace stems from a hard-earned understanding of what truly matters. Brilliant minds don't just stumble into solitude, they arrive there through painful lessons. They've been in rooms where the noise of idle chatter drowned out their thoughts, where the pressure to conform chipped away at their clarity. They've felt the exhaustion of smiling through conversations that felt like a slow drain on their spirit. So, they set boundaries, not to push people away, but to protect the space where their best ideas are born. It's not about thinking they're better than others, it's about knowing their own worth. They understand that their mental clarity is a rare and precious resource, one that can't be squandered on every invitation or obligation. When they decline a party or slip away after brief pleasantries, it's not rudeness, it's a calculated act of self-preservation. They're choosing to stay true to themselves, to remain the calm center while the world spins in chaos. Wisdom Waves Aura is all about embracing this kind of intentional living, offering insights to help you navigate the noise and find your own steady ground. The second reason brilliant minds often avoid socializing is their reverence for words. To most, words are cheap, tossed out like coins in a wishing well, forgotten as soon as they're spoken. But to the intelligent, words carry weight, each one a spark that can ignite inspiration or a blade that can cut deep. They see conversation as an exchange of energy, not just a way to pass the time. Every careless phrase has a cost, and they've learned that most people speak without aim, filling the air with noise to drown out their own unease. You've heard it before, the recycled opinions, the borrowed outrage from headlines, the shallow flattery traded for acceptance. For those who crave clarity, this is like trying to drink from a polluted stream. It's exhausting, draining, and leaves them feeling smaller than before. As Seneca warned, associate with people who are likely to improve you. This is a law the wise live by. They'd rather spend an evening in silence, wrestling with a single honest thought, than endure an hour of chatter that clouds their mind. On Wisdom Waves Aura, we unpack this idea, sharing strategies to seek out conversations that elevate and avoid those that diminish. This reverence for words comes from a deep understanding of their power. Brilliant minds know that what they let into their minds shapes their future. A thoughtless comment can linger, a careless argument can disrupt their focus for days. They've seen how most social interactions are less about understanding and more about performance, people reciting scripts to fit in, to win approval, to avoid conflict. The wise refuse to play along. They don't want to wade through a sea of empty words to find meaning, they'd rather dive into their own thoughts, where clarity waits. This is why they might seem distant at gatherings, why they vanish after a few polite exchanges. It's not that they don't care, it's that they care too much. They care about the ideas they nurture, the truths they seek, the person they're becoming. Every word they speak or hear is a brick in the foundation of their future, and they're not willing to build with anything less than the best. WisdomWavesAura is your guide to mastering this discernment, helping you choose words and connections that build you up instead of tearing you down. The third reason brilliant minds shy away from socializing is their refusal to wear masks. In most social settings, people don masks, crafted from charm, polished with politeness, painted to match what others want to see. They hide their true thoughts behind agreeable smiles, prioritizing acceptance over authenticity. But the wise see through this theater. They know the loudest laugh often masks the deepest pain, that friendly banter can be a veiled competition for status. Marcus Aurelius put it bluntly, if it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Brilliant minds live by this. They have no interest in small talk, flattery, or feigned enthusiasm. They won't nod along to lies or laugh at jokes that aren't funny. To them, wearing a mask is a betrayal of self, a surrender to the crowd's expectations. They'd rather stand apart, not because they think they're above others, but because they refuse to live as a shadow of who they are. On WisdomWavesAura, we celebrate this courage, offering wisdom to help you shed the masks society expects and embrace your true self. This refusal to play the social game isn't about arrogance, it's about integrity. Brilliant minds know that the cost of fitting in is often too high. They've seen how people twist themselves to please others, how they trade their authenticity for a fleeting sense of belonging. But the wise understand that true belonging starts with being true to yourself. They've felt the loneliness of being surrounded by people while hiding who they are, and they've chosen a different path. They'd rather walk alone with their truth intact than blend into a crowd that demands they compromise. To some, this makes them seem aloof or unapproachable, but to those who see clearly, it's the purest form of self-respect. There's no greater peace than knowing you've stayed true, no greater strength than walking away from a room that asks you to be less than you are. WisdomWavesAura is here to inspire you to walk this path, to find the courage to stand tall in your truth, no matter who's watching. This choice to prioritize authenticity over acceptance comes with a cost, but it's one the wise are willing to pay. They know the world will keep spinning, keep demanding, keep pulling them toward the noise. But they also know that their power lies in their ability to step back, to choose silence over chaos, to choose truth over pretense. They're not running from people, they're running toward themselves. Every time they decline an invitation or slip away from a crowded room, they're reclaiming their time, their energy, their purpose. It's a rebellion against a world that rewards conformity and punishes originality. And it's a rebellion worth joining. On WisdomWavesAura, we invite you to join us in this journey, to explore the wisdom that helps you carve your own path through the noise. If these ideas resonate, let them sink in. The world will keep talking, keep pushing, keep demanding your attention. But you have a choice. You can guard your peace like a fortress, value your words like gold, and refuse to wear a mask that doesn't fit. You can choose to live with intention, to seek out connections that lift you up, to walk away from those that pull you down. Brilliant minds don't avoid socializing because they hate people, they do it because they love themselves enough to protect what matters most. They know that the greatest loneliness isn't being alone, it's being surrounded by others while hiding who you are. And the greatest peace comes from walking away with your integrity unbroken. On WisdomWavesAura, we're here to guide you through this journey, to help you find the strength to stay unshaken in a world that never stops moving. Subscribe to WisdomWavesAura for more insights that cut through the noise and light the way to a life of clarity and purpose. Until next time, Stay true, stay steady, and keep seeking the wisdom that sets you free.